About time you showed up, Gretch. I'm only going under the assumption that you haven't seen your thieving-ass sister, so know this. The next time I see her, I'm breaking her face and repossessing what's rightfully mine.
You think I don't want a piece of that bitch, too? Trust me, I have just as much of a reason to want to take what's rightfully mine from her as well. Perhaps the biggest reason. In case you haven't been keeping score, I was never beaten for the World Heavyweight Championship 6 years ago, so every champion after me was nothing short of interim at best. By the way, how does it feel knowing that you were stupid enough to trust Alessia and her selfishness and greed is what got the belt hijacked from you?
First of all, Albrecht, don't get socked in the face before our main event tonight. Remember, you could be wrestling your last match ever tonight by order of Councilwoman Abramo because of your self-negligence, and what's more, it could be because of me. Secondly, remember the last time we were in tag team action? If you're keeping score, I pinned you with the Madison Square Clash 1, 2, 3. So don't act like you're unbeatable, especially with that knee that's barely hanging on by a thread. And don't act like you're Billy Badass all of a sudden, or I can easily make you look like Bozo the Clown.
Let's get one thing straight, you walking cybernetic tampon. You saw it, the referee saw it, the people saw it. My ankle was clearly on the rope that night, and the match should have been restarted. It's that simple. Screwed up knee be damned.
See, there it is again. There it is again. Not only are you using excuses to plead your sad and pathetic case from something that happened 2 CDN showcases ago, but you're once again letting your pride and that stupid gimme, pick me attitude of yours get in the way of your physical well-being. You're once again putting the championship ahead of your family. You're once again putting the strap ahead of your health. Speaking of which, have you even attempted to reach out to Fern to apologize for what you did? Because the last time that I checked, the only person who has between us two is me. The woman who saved your mother's life a few years ago. I tell you, Gretch, the road you erected these last almost 8 years has been a very dubiously sketchy one. But don't worry. You're not going to have to worry about stretching it further, because it ends for you tonight.
Be very careful of your next words, Maxine. You may not like the outcome of what happens next. You know, it's going to be so satisfying when I walk out of Salvation Lies Within 2 as the final World Heavyweight Champ of the race, because that means I get to hold that belt high above my head and finally be properly crowned as champion.
You a real hard-headed bitch. Something I've always respected about you. It's too bad your hard-headedness is going to catch up to you later tonight when you lose your livelihood.
First of all, we need to set something straight right now. There is a multitude of elements going into this match at the Garden. And the fact that for the first time, 4 world champions, of the female variety, mind you, are main eventing a major show for the World Championship. The fact that so much is on the line, and so much is riding on the SLW2 main event, as it is with Lorelei's career on the line tonight and at SLW2, should she get the pinfall tonight. And the fact that we're all forgetting one key element that for 4 years now everybody has all but ignored. Papa.
By the way, how's he been holding up since these divorce proceedings started? Has he reconsidered his decision to leave?
Not only that, but did he reconsider his decision to give your mother what's most sacred to him? It's all he's got left aside from you kids.
No and no. He's dead set on going, whether it be by free will or by force. And like you said, Penny, Mama's gonna have no choice but to accept what's most sacred to not just him, but all of us. She made her bed.
So it's set then. Seems as if the road your mother has decided to erect has led to this. I guess what your father said is true. A man's soul can only take but so much.
Not just your mom, but your serpent of a grandfather, too. Damon has it out for your dad, Uncle Ty, and Aunt Emily. He has it out for all of us, as does your mother. And we have only one person to thank for that.
Please. I kicked his ass with the greatest of ease and will happily do it again. My boyfriend Reggie has a way to straighten this out for good when it comes to Mama.
Wait a minute. You still with that Reggie kid? Girl, either you have balls or you have some kind of a death wish.
I'm not much in the way of dating these days, but trust me when I say, girl, your mama is gonna kill you.
Girl, please. I am grown and I can do what I want. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a special appointment to get to before I kick your asses at the garden.
Special appointment? Girl, you nasty. You need Jesus.
Look at her. Sprung already and she isn't even out of the building yet.
Exactly, Gret. Your car is to the left, estúpida.
They grow up so fast, don't they, Shaw?
That they do, Albrecht. That they do. But we'll get to her and your sister at the garden. We got business to tend to tonight.
Indeed we do. Good luck tonight, Penelope. Because with the fire I have inside me, and with me having more to lose than anyone, you're gonna need it, champ.
Not as much as you will. Because the road you erected won't lead to your divinity, but rather your penultimate downfall.
Bring it on, bitch. Because at the garden, my precious comes home.
Petrichor on the floor of your mind. I'm sorry for this pain I caused, the rain I left behind.
Home again. Not mine. Hers. Lorelei Sanctuary. This putrid patch of earth where the trees lean in like they're listening, where the wind carries sound of bones cracking under weight that's long since passed. Where Frida still waters weeds like they're roses and lines her yard with rusted shovels like they're family heirlooms. I don't belong here. But I fit. Salvation lies within too. The crown jewel, the gala of carnage, the holy grail. The last place any of you will find salvation. Penny. Oh, Penny. You of all people should have known better. You handed me your trust like a bouquet and expected me not to set it on fire. Best friend. That's what you called me, wasn't it? So tell me, how does it feel knowing your best friend is the reason your title is gone, your glory stolen, and your name means nothing? You helped me bury Harper, you fool. And speaking of Harper, your nose still crooked, sweetheart? I told you that I was better. You bled like a promise I always intended to keep. You were a placeholder, a bloodletting, a symbol. You were never supposed to be champion, and now I'm on the verge of holding it again. 3-time, undisputed undefeated in vengeance. But none of them, neither of them, compare to her. Lorelei. Big sister, little secret. Raised among dead birds and broken swings, sharpened by the filth of this place. You always said you had darkness in you, but you never invited me to meet it. So I came. Not for tea, not for talk, but to see if what made you can break you. Frida's still inside, clinging to memories like rosary beads, still calling for you like the dead ever answer back. She's soft now, slower, fragile. And I'm going to see just how much blood this place can soak before it turns to ash. Over the river and through the woods, to your mother's house I go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest for ROVW Webisode 20 is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Little Rock, Arkansas, weighing 234 pounds, John Maro.
We are live here in the Prudential Center here in Newark, New Jersey. The last stop on the road to salvation lies within 2 in terms of in-ring action. You haven't heard this voice around here in a real long time, ladies and gentlemen, so allow me to reintroduce myself. I am co-CDN chairperson, Spencer Wade, baby, and tonight we're gonna kick things off with young John Maro. He is looking to make a big statement against another young athlete by the name of Damian Shelly, who's making his way to the ring right now. Last time John was in action around here, he got one hell of a beating from the Sovereignty champion Dashon Walton. Gonna kick it back over to Sydney Maxwell here.
Representing the Bloodline Legacy Mafia from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 225 pounds, Damian Shelly.
And while we're on the topic of the president of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, the co-president, I should say, keep in mind, Damian Shelly owns a victory over Dashon Walton dating back to episode 17 of Ring of Valiance Wrestling, whereas John Maro suffered a loss against him in the first ever CDN showcase last January. Both of these men are training under Dashon Walton, and believe me, I can guarantee you this, these two young men are going to put on one hell of a show. Damian has been wrestling all over the independent scene just to get back to the big dance, and believe me, tonight could be his night. Him being a member of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia means that the pressure is on, and he's definitely got a lot of shoes that he needs to fill. But the same can be said for John Maro, who is looking to garner his first victory here on the Carpe Diem Network. Referee Kenji Yamamoto in the ring here to to call this action. Oh, and Damian starting off hot with a soul butt kick right to the solar plexus. Catching him with a few fists to the face, and now these multiple lariats by Damian. Oh, but John countering whatever Damian was going for there, and look at that combination of moves. Oh, and now John. Oh, look at this! Rapid fire Kawada kicks! Kicking Damian square in the nose, oh my god. Oh my god. We're not even 2 minutes into this match and Damian's nose is broken and bleeding. Everybody who's suffered a broken nose before in this business knows that compromises your breathing a great deal as John Maro now rolls through, has Damian on his shoulders. Damian coming out of that maneuver, whatever John was going for. And look at this. Oh my god! That was a version of Rupert Matthews' clock cleaner, if you could call it that. Powerbomb. And oh! John Maro chopping Damian down. Showing his ring generalship, it seems. Wait a minute, what's John doing? Oh! John Maro flying high, ladies and gentlemen. Newark, New Jersey is on fire already. These two young men are already putting on a show. Remember, salvation lies within two. It's just a short while away. We are almost at the end of the race. This is just the final leg. John again with a neck breaker and a double underhook suplex there. Again, John Maro's first match here on the Carpe Diem Network was against Dashon Walton on CDN Showcase 1. Damian Shelly's last match on the Carpe Diem Network, I believe, was a matchup against Cody Hagan about a year and a half ago before Lee Anderson messed that one up. Oh! Rainmaker Lariat by Damian Shelly. John Maro could be out here, people, and only a 2. John Maro is a very resilient young athlete. He's been training his ass off at the CDN Academy. You really have to wonder, though, as Damian applies in this cross arm breaker, this Jujikatami, as what it's known in Japan, you really have to wonder what the strategy is for both of these young men. They are pretty much evenly matched, but I think I have to give the edge to Damian just a little bit more. What a power bomb right there by Shelly. Oh! Nasty kick to the back of the head and make it 2. You got to give the edge to Damian Shelly, considering he's been wrestling all over the independents, getting bookings everywhere he can go, trying to learn his craft, ply his trade. Damian now. Drop kick to the side of John's head. That's going to scramble your brains for sure. 2 and no. John Maro kicking out. Both of these men looking to prove something, not just to themselves, not just to this New Jersey crowd that's red hot, but also to the locker room. Oh, look at this! Oh, man! Springboard stomp right to the chest. Big moonsault by Damian Shelly. John Maro could be done for here. 2 and no. Bloody nose and all, Damian Shelly is fighting through this, but John Maro kicking out. Kick to the knee. What in the world is this? Whoa, wait a minute. He backflipped into a German suplex, and John Maro rolled through into a heel hook. A very impressive maneuver there by young John Maro. And if you're wondering why I'm calling him John Maro, I mean, if you saw the last couple of shows, you would know that John Maro, the poor bastard, is unfortunately the offspring of Kira Knight and Mark Maro. Damian Shelly could have an injured leg here. We still got to figure out what the situation is between John and Mark. But John's got no time to focus on that as he's taking full advantage of Damian Shelly, who gets clotheslined out of the ring. Damian struggling to get up on that injured leg. Wait a minute. John off the ropes. Damian rolls in and hits him with a stunner. Rolling in with a stunner is Damian Shelly, but John Maro kicks out at 2. What an opening contest here in Newark, New Jersey, live at the Prudential Center. Damian looking for a spear. Wait a minute. Tiger Driver 98. Oh my God. 2 and no. John Maro with a Tiger Driver 98. Where the hell did that come from? I guess John's been training in Japan, it seems. It explains the chop from earlier. Well, what the hell is he going for? John Maro, discus, big boot. Damian Shelly moves out of the way, looking for the silence of the lambs. No! John hits him with a silence of the lambs of his own. That is all she wrote. That has to be it. Ball game. John Maro with an unbelievable victory over a very game Damian Shelly.
Here is your winner, John Maro.
And you have to think that that has put the entire locker room on notice here tonight in Newark, New Jersey. The last stop, the final leg before the end of the race at Salvation Lies Within 2. John Maro and Damian Shelly put on one hell of a match here. Let's take a look back at these replays. John Maro had Damian in his sights, went for this discus big boot. Damian ducked it, went for the silence of the lambs, got nothing, and then John knocked him out with a silence of the lambs of his own. Cover 2, and that was all she wrote for Damian Shelly. Hell of a matchup between those two young men. And although Damian didn't get the victory here tonight, I guarantee you this, he's going to come back stronger than ever. But what a hell of a performance by both men, and a hell of a victory for John Maro. You gotta wonder, what is next though for Damian Shelly? You can see right here, he's not looking too happy about the fact that he lost. He's wiped off the blood from his nose. He isn't too happy about this, and I can't say I blame him. Wait, what the hell is going on? Who the hell? What the hell is going on? What is this? This masked man is... Oh my God. That's a member of the NWO. What in the world is going on here? This man is attacking Damian Shelly. Oh no! Jackknife powerbomb on the floor. Jackknife powerbomb on the floor by this member of the NWO. Damian Shelly getting the hell beaten out of him here. Oh no, not again. Come on now, leave him alone. He didn't do any... Oh God! Jackknife powerbomb through the table. Oh dear Lord, this young man may be broken in half. And what the hell is he... Oh my God, is that a bottle, is that a can of spray paint? Oh Jesus. Damian Shelly, as this Newark, New Jersey crowd is cheering for this, Damian Shelly has just been branded by this NWO member. It seems as if The NWO is back, and is back in full force here. Whoever the hell this man is, we need some answers, and more importantly, we need some help for Damian and Shelly. Somebody get some medics out here. We're gonna go backstage. We're gonna be hearing from Gordo Black in mere moments. Somebody get some help for Damian right now. We're gonna be hearing from Gordo Black. Take it, sir, please.
I've requested this time to have a little sit down on the broadcast tonight because I want to express how I'm feeling. One thing I absolutely can't stand is a bully. And since I've been here, that's all Tigre de Oro has done to me. Not only make fun of my luchador heritage, questioning its legitimacy, not only making fun of my affinity for cheeseburgers, but also hurting friends of mine for just doing their jobs as interviewers. Bart Mackey didn't deserve to get attacked the way he did by Tigre on Live 30, so the voice of this place taught him a lesson. Now, I haven't seen or heard from Stone since the incident, but I told him backstage that night, "Big homie, OG, let me handle your light work at Salvation Lies Within. I beat him once and I'll beat him again. But now with much more on the line, I'm assessing the situation much more seriously than I was before. See, Lucha Libre is one of the most sacred variants of professional wrestling. Its rich history, sacred. The representation and symbolism of the mask of the luchador, sacred. Protecting the true identity of somebody is sacred. Until the somebody you protect the identity of becomes far too big for his britches and decides to put on his big boy pants. Well, the biggest has an issue with that. Tigre thinks I'm a fraud, that I have no luchador blood in my veins. I've already schooled him once, and I can easily do it again. And if he wants to fight me again after I expose him for the phony he is, then I'm ready. But know this, Tigre de Oro, it'll be a bit more grim than what you want it to be. Yeah, you feel that? That's the fear of not being able to breathe. The fear of not knowing when your last breath will be taken. So you hold on to it. Because for some, a luchador's mask is like an oxygen tank. It helps you breathe. It helps you be free. It helps make you feel alive. At Salvation Lies Within too, you're gonna be taught a lesson about what payback is, Tigre de Oro. I'll see you there. Let's see how you handle being given a dose of your own bullying medicine. An eye for an eye, and a mask for a mask. I'll see y'all at the Garden. I'm gonna be here a while.
Oh my god, did he just fart? Gordo Black is sitting on El Tigre de Oro and he just fart. Oh my god, it smells. I can smell it from here. Nevertheless, we have to move on from that amazing opening matchup between John Maro and Damian Shelly. But that member of the NWO, the returning NWO, attacked Damian Shelly and powerbombed him on the floor and through a damn table. What the hell that attack was about, I do not know. But I do know this much. Up next, we're going to have Jacob Baker taking on Kyle Young. And we all know the story between Kyle Young and Rob Kamen. They're scheduled for a no-holds-barred match at Salvation Lies Within 2. But I can guarantee you this. we are going to need more than what has been provided answer-wise, or at least some final words between Kyle and Rob before Salvation Lies Within 2 rolls around. Their match is going to be taking place on night 2 of Salvation Lies Within 2, and believe me when I tell you, the beef that those two have, I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. And I'm pretty sure the locker room, especially those who know those two best, they don't think it's going to stop anytime soon until there's some sort of definitive finality. And speaking of definitive finality, Lorelei Albrecht's career is on the line tonight in a tag team match where if she doesn't get the direct pinfall or submission victory, she's gonna have to retire and get surgery, which means she's out of Salvation Lies Within 2. But nevertheless, here comes her road captain, Jacob Baker. Sydney Maxwell, take it away, honey.
Your next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Bloodline Legacy Mafia from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing 267 pounds, Jacob Baker.
Jacob Baker is the road captain of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, a former United States champion around these parts, and believe me, Jacob Baker is definitely looking to garner some more gold. But I believe he is stepping into the ring with Kyle Young for more than just championship gold jockeying position and whatever he's doing. Fact of the matter is this, Jacob Baker is looking to break a few faces, cash a few checks. He's looking to be in the winner's circle tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes his opponent for the evening. Coming directly out of Second City Dojo. And no, okay, he's coming to the ring with Colton Lee.
Accompanied to the ring by Colton Lee from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 224 pounds, Kyle Young.
You know, in the last couple of years that Kyle Young has been here, athletically, he has impressed me. But with him associating with himself with Colton Lee, especially after Colton Lee jumped Rob Kamen after a admittedly controversial victory on Rob Kamen's part on Live Event 30 a few months back, Kyle Young has grown more and more into a pompous ass. He acts like he's God's gift to the earth. He acts like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'll tell you this right now, you might be a great wrestler, Kyle. Congratulations on being straight edge, but you're not God's gift to the world. Let's see if he can put his money where his mouth is against the former United States champion, a man who he was in the inaugural U.S. Championship Battle Royal. Both of these men, Kyle and Colton, were in that Battle Royal with Jacob on episode 17 of Ring of Valiance Wrestling. Kenji Yamamoto back out here to officiate this one. Baker and Young facing off, and Baker not going to take too kindly to Young's grandstanding. Young ducking a lariat. Jacob ducking a lariat. Soul butt right to the gut. And now Jacob with these rapid fire strikes. Oh, what a chop. Oh, and again. Jacob Baker is on fire already. And look at this. Cannonball in the corner. Salvation Lies Within 2 is so close. The superstars of the Carpe Diem network are ready. And I can guarantee you this, it's going to be a hell of a two-night grand spectacle that will never be forgotten. And I'm putting this in place right now. As Jacob pounds away at Kyle's face. Kyle and Rob's match at Salvation Lies Within 2 might be no holds barred. But I can tell you this much. Oh, Jacob's back went out. Jacob has been dealing with a lot of back injuries as of late. He's been wrestling all over the independents. And look at the power of Kyle Young. Oklahoma slam. Cover 2 and no. As I was saying, Kyle Young and Rob Kamen's match at Salvation Lies Within 2 may be no holds barred, but I'm guaranteeing this. There will be no interferences allowed, so that means, unfortunately, Jacob Baker and Colton Lee are going to have to stay backstage during that fight. So that way there can be a definitive winner between Kyle and Rob. And I think Jacob might be busted open from that knee right to the side of the head. You can see the blood dripping down the side of Jacob's face here as Colton Lee is cheering on his friend here. And look at this, look at this. Not only is he getting more arrogant, but he's getting more vicious by the second as Kyle Young. Okay. Now what is he going to do? Now he's going to let out his damn battle cry. And wait a minute, Jacob countering whatever Kyle was going for. And now Jacob taking advantage of Kyle Young. What the hell is he thinking? Oh man, what is Jacob doing here? Oh, he was perhaps looking for a Death Valley driver. What the hell is Kyle? Oh my God! Super Bulldog off the top rope, and both men are down. And now look at this idiot, Colton Lee, on the damn apron, cheering for his friend. Yeah, your friend got the advantage. Wait a minute, Rob Kamen getting his get back on Colton Lee. Now he's just taking him down, and we got a brawl on our hands here, people. Another brawl here on Ring of Valiance Wrestling, Webisode 20. Ow! The chin check super kick by Rob Kamen. Rob Kamen just kicked his teeth down his throat, sweetheart. And wait a minute, Kyle Young with a suicide dive, taking Kamen out. Oh my God! Half Nelson flatliner by Kyle Young, and Rob Kamen is getting his ass kicked now. The hell is this? Death Valley driver on the floor. And Kyle Young, arrogant prick. And now Jacob with a stiff lariat. Almost a Stan Hansen-like one. Stan definitely used to hit stiff lariats like that back in his day. Now what the hell is Jacob doing? Double underhook. Wait a minute. Oh, look at this. Tiger driver 98, or rather a Tiger bomb by Jacob Baker. And no. Seems like Jacob was taking notes from the earlier match. A student of the game, Jacob has always been. Very well done there by Baker, who misses the clothesline though. Kyle Young, oh my God, what the hell? Burning hammer! A burning hammer by Kyle Young. Yamamoto only counts 2. Kenji Yamamoto counting 2. Jacob Baker somehow kicking out of the burning hammer. Now, Kyle isn't happy about this. Come on, the referee counted 2. It was a fair count. It was a fair count. You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch, Kyle Young. Kyle Young attacking poor referee Yamamoto. He's getting fined. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Kyle Young is getting fined for attacking referee Yamamoto.
Jacob Baker.
Jacob Baker winning by disqualification here. As co-chairperson, I'm declaring this now. Kyle Young is getting fined for assaulting the referee. And for what? And now what the hell is this? Oh no, now Colton's back up. Oh, come on! Come on! Leave the man alone! That man has a damn family! You're getting fined too, you piece of shit. Excuse my language. I don't curse often, but these two are pieces of crap. Frog splash to Yamamoto. This is stupid. This is absolutely stupid, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry that you have to witness this. This man has a family. He's clutching his chest. Somebody get some help for Yamamoto. Kenji Yamamoto is clutching his chest. He may have a broken rib. Somebody get some help for the referee right now. My God. Yeah, I hope you're proud of yourself, you piece of crap. And Kamen back on the offensive here. Rob Kamen taking it to Kyle Young. Referee Kenji Yamamoto is down. Rob Kamen disposing of Kyle Young into the audience. Oh, and now the fight is on. Into the crowd we go. Oh, this is going to get worse before it gets better. New Jersey is on their feet. Rob Kamen is lighting Kyle Young up like a 4th of July explosion. Oh, drop kick to the back, but Kyle doesn't go down. Oh my God! Regalplex on the concrete. Oh no, now he's got a baseball bat, and remember, no holds barred at Salvation Lies Within 2 between these two men. Oh, but now Kyle coming back here. Oh, come on now. Somebody's got to get security out here to stop this before it goes too far. It's already gone too far. Yamamoto may have broken ribs. Oh, for the love of God. Alabama slam through the table. I told you this was going to get worse before it got better, didn't I? Kamen now just beating the hell out of Young. Oh, these two's match at Salvation Lies Within is going to be one for the history books. Their beef goes all the way back to their days in the United States Armed Forces when Kyle felt Rob Kamen went AWOL on him. And Rob tried to explain his case, but Kyle wasn't having it. Oh! These two forged a brotherhood through those armed forces, and now Kyle Young beating the hell out of Rob Kamen. Chair shot right to the skull. Somehow Kamen is up on his feet, but he's out of it. What an STO! The back of Kamen's head may have just hit that baseball bat. Oh no. Oh, come on. Come on, Kyle. Enough. Enough. TKO on the bat. Oh my God. Now what the hell is he thinking? Kamen up on his feet. He is out of it, folks. Oh no. Jesus. No, God. Death Valley driver on the floor. Yeah, I'm sure you're proud of yourself. I'm sure you're proud of yourself, Kyle. Get the hell out of here. Somebody get some help for Kamen too, please. And look at this arrogant sack of crap. Colton Lee. Oh no. Jacob Baker is behind him. Colton, you may want to turn around. Jacob with a stiff lariat, and this fight rages on. Colton Lee thrown to the outside. Oh, man. Big boy senton. And Baker, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Colton, oh, for the love of God. Come on, no, not on the floor. Oh, you son of a bitch. Colton Lee, he may have just broken Jacob's neck. We need some help. Get the medics out here right now. Yamamoto may have broken ribs. Kamen may have a broken back. Seems like I see him moving over there in the crowd. Kamen looks like he's getting up. There he is. Jacob Baker may have a broken neck. We need some help out here. We seriously need some help out here. Oh my god. Somebody needs to get some help for Jacob Baker right now and for Kenji Yamamoto. Look at this. That man has a family. We're going to commercial. Get some medics out here right now. Oh my god. Somebody please get some help for this referee right now. Cut to commercial, please. Cut to commercial.
I'm a sucker for family reunions. Welcome home, Alessia. I trust the trip here was as pleasant as could be.
It could have been better, but the food wasn't horrible. How are you, Frida? I trust you had your famous rice and chicken earlier today.
It was divine, as it always seems to be. There's some leftovers in the fridge for you. But alas, I am aware of you not being here for meal consumption and small talk. You are here for something far more sadistic, as I have expected for years. So, shall we begin then?
We shall. I'm sorry that Lorelei will have to learn not to neglect family in this manner. But worry not, for she will learn eventually.
As will you, Alessia. As will you.
This place, Charles. Do you remember what happened that night you were here, visiting the grave of your parents? I certainly do. 4.5 years ago, you were assaulted by your brother Alex and his right-hand man, Azrael. But you three were not the only ones there, were you? No. Your precious, yet eternally timid daughter was there too. She was there to save you from pure annihilation that night. But have you ever wondered all these years how she knew you were here? How your daughter knew where you were so that she could protect you? Charles, if it wasn't already obvious, it was because of me. See, around that time, you needed protection. Not from your brother and his heavy, no. You needed protection from yourself, Charles. You needed to be saved from yourself. I tried. James Needham tried. Jamal Bedlam tried. Claudio Dragonheart tried. Steven Zane tried. Even your own daughter and brother tried. But if the old adage, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again is as true as they say, then it shouldn't be too much of an issue for me to once again try to save you from yourself. See, your salvation comes with me being honest with you. I wasn't gonna reveal this until I was sure you were listening. Hell, I wasn't gonna speak on this at all, quite frankly, but you wrote your own death warrant the second you socked Amanda in the face. See, you know that I was the one who sent Mikasa to save your ass. But did you ever once question all these years who sent Azrael and Alex to jump you? Did you ever once question how they knew you were here? No, you didn't. And the best part is, even when I told you at Prestige 4 after I helped you beat Alex, this is your moment, live in it forever, I kept it quiet. I kept it silent. I remained hush-hush for years about it afterwards, but I can't anymore. I sent them here. To this here cemetery. Here to your parents' gravesite as you were paying your respects. I instructed them to attack you. I instructed them to attack Mikasa, and I'm the one who instructed Alex to piss on this shitty little grave of theirs. Even poor Mikasa didn't know it when I last encountered her in the supermarket. When a Schultz is none the wiser, it's a beautiful thing. When a Schultz doesn't have their head on a swivel at all times, it's a beautiful thing. When a Schultz doesn't have eyes in the back of their heads, it's a beautiful thing. See, when you won the openweight championship from Eli with Randall Taggart's help, I was watching. And I elected not to strike again like I did a few days prior to Thanksgiving Throwdown. I played it smart. So much so that not a single soul knew that I was sovereignty champion for 2 whole years leading up to consequential comeuppance. And I'm still sovereignty champion to this day. I'm the longest reigning champion on this network out of anyone, including you. 4 long years. From episode 13 of ROV to now. I've held the title. I've shaped this place into what it is, not you. Not your family, not even your big-ass Tibetan Mastiff dog at your house named Fifi, whose shit you refuse to pick up time and again because you have become a man who doesn't like getting his hands dirty anymore. But me? I've been chewed up, spat out, booed off stage, got lost in the moment several times over, and to this day still get targeted and harassed for mistakes and sins that I've worked my ass off to never commit or make again. But even that's not enough. Not enough for the outskirts, and certainly not enough for anyone here on the Carpe Diem network. And why it's not enough, I'll explain in full detail when Salvation Lies Within comes. As I pull the curtain back one last time. Charles, you made the grave mistake of not having your head on a swivel. You made the grave mistake of refusing to pay attention. You made the grave mistake of becoming the second to last little lamb that I have to silence. So for one last time, I guess the Arukubu guy has to get his hands dirty. One more time. Isn't that right, Alex? It's better to be pissed off than pissed on, Charles. And for years you've been pissing on the wrong tree. For years you've been shitting in the wrong grass. For years you've been continually poking the one bear you shouldn't have. And we cannot hold off the inevitable much longer. At Salvation Lies Within 2, it's your last match in Ring of Valiance, win or lose. At Salvation Lies Within 2, it'll be my last match, period. My last Ring of Valiance appearance, period. And just like those on the outskirts who target and harass somebody like me who has done their damnedest to become better, worked their hardest to all around get better, despite all the struggles, to the point where I do something to myself that I won't and refuse to come back from, so I can finally be left alone and be at peace because of how dead inside I've become these last few years. Charles Schultz, longest reigning openweight champion in Ring of Valiance history. My final opponent. I do sincerely hope you're proud of yourself. And I hope you're able to sleep at night between now and the Garden. Because at the Garden, when we're done beating the piss out of each other, you will sleep soundly. Nevermore. This is quite the fine hill to die on, isn't it, Charles? It's funny, that word, though. How it always comes in threes. Death. In the last 5 years, I've died emotionally and mentally. The third death, though, it's more than just character work. It's more than just part of a fictional wrestling monologue. Man, if you only knew. If anybody knew how ready to go I've been all these years. Man, I miss the way things were 4 and 5 years ago, respectively. Be that as it may, we cannot rewind time, for it is theoretically unlikely for that to ever happen. However, if it were likely, I'd change every bad thing about me a hell of a lot sooner than I did. To this day, I'm doing my damnedest just to live life. Hell, I did my damnedest to kick a goddamn alcohol addiction on my own for this. But now I'm doing my damnedest to distance myself from the two things that brought me so much peace, joy, and serenity. Virtual wrestling and real-life wrestling. Because with what I've gone through, how far I've fallen, and how much I've lost, I hate both realms now. The spark I had is dead. The spirit I had is dead. And maybe, just maybe to certain folks' overwhelming delight, maybe soon too I will be. Because it makes no difference how much help I get, how much I go to church, how much I smoke weed and excessively vape to suppress these things I feel. That old adage in certain folks' eyes will remain relevant and paramount when it comes to somebody like myself. They know the one. Maybe when my hourglass is finally empty, I'll be able to feel joy and peace again. 'Cause I'm not doing this for my happiness or joy while I'm still here. Fuck my happiness, fuck my joy, and to hell with whatever serenity I once felt. None of those things matter or will ever matter for as long as I'm still above ground. I've been ready to go for a long time, and it's the only way I can fully let the past go and leave it behind along with this place. Because as hard as I tried, and as hard as I fought, I don't have much of a reason to stay anymore. This network will be just fine without me, as long as it's left better than when it was found. Salvation lies within too, for one more time, on what was once my brainchild, the Carpe Diem Network. The show of shows, the granddaddy of them all, the grandest of all grand spectacles. Charles Schultz, Dashon Walton, title unification Extreme Rules match. Open weight title versus sovereignty title. And hey Charles, think about it like this. You only have one shot, only one damn shot, to not only avenge your fallen brother here, but to walk out of Salvation Lies Within as the final ROV World Heavyweight Champion of the race, as per the Option C rule of the Sovereignty Championship. So you best not miss, because rest assured, Hellhound, I sure as hell won't. And if by some divine miracle or divine intervention I survive, we will cross paths again, only this time under more stress-free and psychologically clear circumstances. Thank you for everything. To you all, to Charles, and to the warriors of yesteryear as well. Time has come and gone for words, ladies and gents. It's time for action. Come on, James. Let's go get some drinks. Because I'm parched for blood. Hey, is anyone gonna tell Charles that footage was pre-recorded? No? Well, alright then. But just so you all know, I meant every single word. By the way, nice camera work, James. We still on for some drinks later. Sweet shit, man. Just make sure Francine and Dawn don't try to kill each other this time. Last thing we need is another cat fight on our hands.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Webisode 20 of Ring of Valiance Wrestling. This is the final stop for in-ring action before we reach Salvation Lies Within 2 live from Madison Square Garden. And believe me, it's going to be one hell of a show across both nights. And I'm being told that Dashon Walton versus Charles Schultz for both the open weight and sovereignty championships is going to be the opening match on night number 2. I mean, you heard it right there. It's not only Charles Schultz's last Ring of Valiance match and appearance, but Dashon Walton's as well. I mean, he's the man that started this place. I mean, what's going to happen when he goes? Either way, we have to move on from that, and we'll deal with it more at Salvation Lies Within too. But going on to the next topic of the night, Juno Marcano, CDN councilwoman, has been dealing with a lot of political power struggle between herself and Gemini Stone over the 3 territories that Gemini is running like an absolute tyrant in the eyes of Juno Marcano and frankly the rest of us who actually have common sense. The Hollow, Empire Bay, and Lost Heaven. It was noted by Gemini Stone on Live 30 right before Narcissa Marcano came out. Speaking of Narcissa, here comes her mother. That Gemini Stone was sold the territories by Juno as a means for Gemini to watch over them when Juno could not. But Juno is looking to get back her properties. And here comes the new Bordeaux Smoke Show. Sydney, take it away, honey.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carpe Diem Network councilwoman, the new Bordeaux Smoke Show, Juno Marcano.
Juno Marcano strutting in style, honey. Look at that dress and look at the hat on her head. That's actually kind of cute. And look at this. A woman who's near 80 years old should not be able to be that flexible or this well in shape. But I guess Juno has discovered the fountain of youth, it seems. But let's listen in on what her grievances are about one Gemini Stone, who's unfortunately my sister-in-law.
3 cities. The Hollow, Empire Bay, Lost Heaven, and one woman who thinks she owns them all. Like the lives inside those walls are just check marks on a spreadsheet. Gemini Stone. You've been busy, haven't you? Rewriting the map of CDN like it's your personal playground, installing yes men in Empire Bay's precincts, gutting the soul out of Lost Heaven's union blocks, and turning the Hollow into some gaudy masquerade of what it used to be. And for what? Control? Money? Or is it that classic Gemini itch to step on something just to feel taller? Let me be clear. I'm not standing here tonight because I'm scared. I'm standing here because I'm sick of watching you poison everything the rest of us built. Leonida and Las Venturas, yeah, they're smaller. They don't have the skyscrapers or the blood-stained lore of your little holy trinity, but they're ours. And what they lack in size, they make up for in spirit. Something you'd never understand because spirit isn't something you can own. I see what you're doing. I've seen and heard about Ramona Clay crawling through my streets like a roach in designer heels, buying influence she didn't earn, and trying to worm her way into businesses she couldn't spell if you spotted her the first 5 letters. You think I don't know how this works? You think I haven't sat at the table long enough to recognize when someone's trying to slice my piece? You want to know why you haven't touched the Carter? It ain't because you respect borders. It's because you can't. That part of Empire Bay belongs to somebody with real power. Not bought power, not inherited power. Earned, respected, untouchable. And yes, that man is with my daughter Alessia. So if you got something to say about it, you better say it to my face. Because Gemini, you don't just rule with an iron fist. You swing it blindly. You don't know people, don't care about them, You run territories like a tyrant runs a throne. But here's the truth you can't escape. Tyrants don't last. Because eventually somebody stands up. And tonight, I'm standing. So get your stilettos polished and your tongue sharpened, hussy. Because the minute you walk down that ramp, you're gonna find out exactly what a Marcano matriarch does to a woman who mistakes fear for respect.
Juno Marcano saying it with her whole entire oh god, here comes Gemini. But Juno Marcano saying that entire statement, expressing her grievances, letting it be known Gemini running the territories as if she's a tyrant is not okay. Look at this bitch. I don't like her. I really feel sorry for my husband Ryan Stone. This is absolutely stupid. The fact that he has to share blood with this little witch, this little southern bayou rat bitch, Gemini Stone. I really feel sorry for him. Let's just hear what this little hussy, as Juno called her, and appropriately so. Let's hear what this little purple hussy has to say. I really don't like her. She stinks. Let's listen in, people, please.
You know, it's funny how every time I walk into one of the territories and it smells just like you. Expensive perfume and buried integrity. You got the Hollow, Empire Bay, and Lost Heaven all twisted around your fingers like puppet strings, and yet somehow you still can't keep your nose out of Leona. Tell me, Gemini, is it not enough to rule with an iron fist? You need to suffocate everything too?
Oh, Juno, you always bring sunshine to a thunderstorm. But let's not kid ourselves. Leonida's not yours. It's a vacation town I haven't gotten around to monetizing. You think your 2 little neon-coated clubs and a church donation make you queen of anything? Sweetie, your lace is tighter than your dresses.
I serve Leonida. I don't shackle it, and I don't bleed it dry. And I damn sure don't send bottom feeders like Ramona Clay sniffing around my block like she's in heat. She's been lurking outside businesses that she doesn't belong to, buying out corner crews, pushing her shaded cleanup teams in under new licenses. You want to know something, hussy? Next time Ramona sets foot in one of my brothels, I'm having her dumped in the Everglades with gator bait stamped to her forehead.
There she is, the lioness of Leonida. Except for what was it that Ramona called you? Oh, right. A house cat with her claws clipped. You should thank me. I keep the engine running on this whole operation while you're busy. What? Passing out flyers and sobbing into your nostalgia scrapbook? Your daddy's gone, sugar. Sal Marcano's name carries no weight anymore.
You want to drag Sal's name through the dirt, you better be ready to join him under it. He may be gone, but his code still lives. And guess what? Your perfect triangle of power has a crack you can't plaster over. The Carter, Empire Bay's untouchable zone. My daughter's boyfriend runs it so tight that neither you nor your bougie little pet Ramona can muscle in. In the way the whispers go, he's got eyes on the Hollow,
oh,
too.
Please. The Carter's a fantasy slum dressed in fairy tales. Let that boy play king of the sandbox. When I want it, I'll take it. You cling to these fragments like they mean anything, but you're just a second-rate survivor clinging to names that belong in tombstones. Sal, Georgie, Olivia, Tommy, Lou, every last one of them. Failures in a family legacy built on mediocrity. And look at you now. Still polishing their ghosts like it'll save your place at this table.
Say their names one more time, hussy. I dare you. You think I won't go there because you're wearing that smug grin and hiding behind 3 cities? You think the stripes on your shoulders mean you can say whatever the hell you want? You don't scare me, little girl. You disgust me. You walk like royalty but rule like a dictator with a bank account and no soul. And deep down, you know it. You're not building an empire. You're carving a coffin out of the cities we bled for.
Oh, I know what I'm doing, Juno. I'm winning. And you're holding your breath in Las Venturas praying your daughters don't wind up collateral damage. Because trust me, Narcissa and Alessia are just as expendable as every other Marcano if they step into my path.
No, Gemini. I'm just waiting for you to make the obvious first mistake. Because the second you touch my children, the second your clawed little fingers so much as breathe near my legacy, I'll bury you under the same soil you spit on. And I'll do it with a smile on my face.
Oh, now what? You gonna swing, old woman? Or are you just gonna keep barking with that brittle voice and hope someone claps?
So go on, Queen of Shadows. Hit me. You wanna be a tyrant? Let the world see how scared you are of a hussy with a memory.
Oh, wait a minute! Oh, Gemini throwing hands now. She's heard just about enough out of Juno Marcano, and now she's taking it to her. This feud has boiled over into sheer violence. Look at this. This ugly little rat, Gemini Stone, and wait a minute! Exploder in the corner by Juno. Where'd that go? What the hell? Oh my God! A double rotation moonsault by Juno Marcano. Where the hell did that come from? Juno Marcano with a double rotation. What the hell? Kira Knight, what the hell is this?
I am about to ruin all of your lives, especially that little Sonya.
This raggedy bitch. Juno Marcano just got knocked out by Kira Knight after putting Gemini Stone in her place. And now, oh no, come on. Enough is enough. Kira with the damn powerbomb. This is ridiculous. Somebody get security out here.
Hope you're watching your back, Sonya. You never know who's coming.
Kira Knight is a sick individual. Juno Marcano needs help. Wait a minute. Hold on just a second, folks. What's going on here? Oh boy. It seems like somebody has seen just about enough of Kira and Gemini's antics. Here comes the loving wife of Blake. This here is Ashley Casey. She hasn't been seen since Consequential Comeuppance when she talked some damn sense into her husband Blake. Ashley Casey is back on the Carpe Diem network, and it looks like she's gonna put a stop to whatever the hell this is. I don't know what the hell Kira's business is in this, but we need some answers. We need them now.
You want some of me, Ashley? Come on, bitch. Bring it.
You're about to come up missing, Kira. I'll stab you in your throat.
Is that so? Well, how about you make that shit happen, huh?
You know what? Get ready to get your ass kicked.
Oh, I'm shaking.
Oh, come on. And now Kira Knight running away like a scalded dog.
Run like a damn coward, Kira, you filthy bitch.
Touch me and
Touch me and I'm gonna sue. What does she think this is? Rocky 5! Oh my god! Gemini gets thrown over the top by Ashley, and now Juno and Ashley, what the hell are they? Oh my god. Oh my god! Juno Marcano and Ashley Casey taking out Gemini Stone and Kira Knight. Double tope con, hello! What a moment here on Webisode 20. We're going to hear from Artemis Abramo now.
Well, it seems as if you four have gotten reacquainted quite nicely. As you all know, I am officially one of the esteemed members of the new power regime known as the Council. You may address me as Councilwoman Abramo. Now, I hate to be abrupt as I have to get my daughters ready for training, but I wanted to make this announcement seeing as how this little debacle has made for a very interesting development. So, on She-Wolf's Underground, Episode 5, you four will each be on 2 separate teams in a tag team match. It looks like Lupa's resurrection is shaping up to be quite the event. You four better bring your A game, because the stakes are only going to be raised with what you're all fighting for.
Sabotage. For what seems like millennia, many times over, sabotage has taken on new definitions. Physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual, and in this and every other industry in the world's case, political. See, an enormous plethora of people have sabotaged I and her, as well as all of us in some way or another. For years, respect was a reason why we took a back seat to main event talent that weren't actually up to snuff. Myself, especially. I took back seats for and put over people who morally and professionally I would run circles around every day of the week and twice on Sundays, all in the name of sabotage. For years, respect was why I held my tongue. Because every time I didn't, I got pushed down a card, got pushed to the side and told to wait for something that was never going to come to me. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was never meant to be the guy under their spotlights. I was never meant to be the face of their networks and conglomerates. Everyone complained about how the usage of a group was a means to put oneself over, as if they wouldn't have done the same themselves if they were in my shoes. And I caught on long before being expunged to the subliminal messages that were being recited, all in the name of sabotage. See, I'm better than most at reading between the lines, and when I actually speak into existence what nobody wants to accept, which is by blatant choice on their part. Nobody wants to hear that. You're talking crazy, and my personal favorite, you need help, because you're sick in the head, is all I hear. And then, what I speak into existence ends up happening. Somehow, some way, it never fails to come to fruition. No matter how much noise is made, no matter how much secrecy, quietude, and reticence is heard, what gets spoken ends up happening. And yet we get labeled wrong in every sense of the word by those worse than us. Do you know what the greatest thing the devil ever did was? It wasn't that he made people believe that he didn't exist. It was what he did when they found out he existed. See, most people don't know. But in fiction, much like in real life, the bad guy, or in wrestling terms, the heel, almost always gets beaten by the supposed good guy in the end. But what happens when the bad guy turns out to actually be good? And the heroes that you people glorify turn out to be the serpents that end up sucking your love for something dry. Nobody ever wants to have the nice guys finish last conversation. Because you are blind to reality. Because in this line of work, nice guys don't actually exist. Frankly, like I've said before, we've reached a stage in this life, this era, where being blind and turning the other cheek to what the supposed good guys who are actually the bad guys are doing is commonplace and frankly encouraged. Because the proof is in the pudding, who the bad guys and good guys are. I'm just the only one able to see it, and all of you can see it too. You just have to open your eyes. So worry not, because everything will be okay. There's nothing to fear anymore. That is, unless you like being scared. And you will be of what's to come. All in the name of sabotage.
Real smart move, Lorelei. Putting it all on the line like this, and you're a wreck who can't hold it together. There's no way this knee is gonna hold up.
Boss, are you alright? You seem proper stressed, fam.
Who, me? Psh, of course I'm alright. In fact, I'm better than alright. Why wouldn't I be?
Okay, you can cut the charade, Lorelei. We both know you're petrified of screwing up. We've seen it all day today. You shaking nervously while you make a cup of coffee, or you struggling to find the locker room, or you even snapping at poor referee Abigail as you were leaving the hotel this morning. You're not yourself, and you're feeling a high level of doubt,
Boss,
and it
if it
shows.
makes you feel more at ease, I already know what the mission is, and I'll be following it to the letter. I don't even want the World Heavyweight Championship shot. I can get to that any time I want. But right now, it's about you. You've worked hard for bare years to prove you deserve the shot, albeit to a fault, and now you're here at the biggest crossroads of your life. I'll be blunt with you, boss. You have no room for doubt. And you have no room for error in it.
Well, trust me, I've tried to block out the doubt and I can't. Frankly, I've been doubting myself since the gauntlet. Hearing all the whispers of everyone in the back who say that I don't deserve this. What if they're right? What if I'm only getting this chance because of a technicality? That's not what I want to be remembered for.
Which is something only you have the power to change, boss. You want to prove to the locker room that you didn't get this match on a fluke. You got to show it out there. And luckily, you have us backing you up.
Precisely. All you've worked for just to get to this point will have been all for nothing if you lose now. You haven't given up yet. Knee nearly blown all to hell or not, and that counts for something, Lorelei.
As you just said, though, Phoebe, all I've worked for just to get here will be for nothing if I lose. Because if I lose, that's it. Retirement and surgery. And the stip still applies at the Garden if I get the fall tonight. I guess it's true what they say. Go hard or go home.
Indeed, Lorelei, indeed. I mean, the stipulation that Councilwoman Artemis Abramo put into place for Lorelei is as follows. If she does not get the direct pinfall victory tonight, she must retire and get surgery on her left knee tonight. But if she wins here tonight, that same stipulation applies for Salvation Lies Within 2. But here comes Dominic Cato, our Universal Champion. He is looking real sharp, but he is looking like he's ready to handle some business, especially after what happened on the last CDN showcase.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Ring of Valiance Wrestling Universal Champion, the co-vice president of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, Dominic Cato.
Dominic Cato won that Universal Championship after cashing in on Eli Robledo mere moments after he won it in record time. Since then, Eli has justifiably, to a degree, complained about the fact that he hasn't gotten the proper run that Dominic currently has. It got to the point where Dominic got his leg broken damn near by Mark Maro. But let's listen in to what the Universal Champion has to say to the New Jersey faithful.
It's been a long time since I've spoken to all of you guys in this format. The last time you saw me before the last CDN showcase, I got injured. But it wasn't an injury I suffered by accident, oh no. It was a deliberate and direct attack by Mark Maro, who has been obsessively trying to manipulate my wife Sonya into an affair with him. Now, I've never been the most favored by the audience until recently, and that's fine. But one thing I've always prided myself on is striking while the iron is hot. So Maro, you better have your head on a swivel at all times, because if you go anywhere near Sonya again, I'm gonna end up going back to Rikers Island. Only this time, I'm not going there for controlled substance and firearm possession charges. Now I have to turn my attention to two other people. One of whom is this Madame Constance person. What the hell are you thinking bringing back what almost killed this place? I never thought I would see the day that I would be in Tarina's corner on anything. But she's right. Not only does Damon need to explain himself at the garden, but you need to explain yourself as well. And don't either of you dare say that it's what's best for this place, or I swear to God, I'll happily smack the color off your goddamn lips. And speaking of insufferably gullible and mindless ass-kissers, that leads me to you, Eli Robledo, the BL Mafia chaplain. Buddy boy, what are you doing, son? Like, what type of time are you really on? You're another one who doesn't respect seniority. You're another one who doesn't respect true leadership. And you think that costing me a victory over the son of a bitch who doesn't and will never know what's best for himself, let alone this company, is your greatest infraction? Boy, you're in for a very rude awakening, Eli. I've said it before. Running up on me is a mistake. A mistake you made in San Francisco. A mistake that you would be very wise to not make again. Otherwise, you're gonna run into a problem that's more on the street level, homie. Now you've won one, I've won one. I ain't ashamed to admit that I lost clean, but Eli, the fact that you know the ramifications that came with the money in the bank briefcase, and yet you still complain a year and a half later in the locker rooms about being cheated out of a chance to have a run you claim you so richly deserve, and the fact that you have withered down from a man of virtue and purpose to a whiny little puto speaks volumes about the kind of man you are. You know, maybe I should take Emily home myself, and Sonya and I can show her how to get taken care of properly. Because clearly, you're not a man enough to be champion, let alone husband.
Oh my God, Dominic, dude, would you please shut the hell up about that? You're starting to sound exactly like Gordo. Always wanted to resort juvenile rhetoric as means to try and gain mental advantage over someone. You're so focused on how much more of a man I am that you didn't even know that your wife is pregnant. You don't even know that Sonya decided to take a damn match at Salvation Rise with him too, do you? I mean, she'll be the first person to have wrestled while a child since Lorelei, and the other discussing WNBA Locker during the double overtime in 6 games, smelling ass bitch that Dashon Walton's recently rekindled a love for in Alessia Marcano. Everything was falling apart for the two of you, yet everything was going right for me. I have dealt by this broken ass network far too long. Up till last January, I never had a shot at the World or Universal Championship. And the second I finally taste that glory, you did to me what Walton did to you and stole my goddamn moment. You know why it took this company so long to finally give you the brass ring? But it took so long for this company to finally put the strap on you? It's because you're a liability, Dominic. Sure, you're improving greatly as person in the last few years, but here's the reality. You already have 2 strikes to your name. You openly represent your gang ties, and your daughter Leona and your stupid mother Penny are no better. You claim to change at your model citizenship, but darn buddy, how can you be a model citizen and a change in hell? How can you be considered a strong man when your daughter wants them like your criminal past? When your wife is acting like your older sister willing to spread the bread like peanut butter. Seems like neither of you have any control of your marriages. Despite the fact I am in agreement with you that Damon and Madame Constance bring Vergil back to this neighborhood is a terrible idea and is bad for business. It's not and never be about him. It's not even about the wives. It's about you. It's about me. It's about the universal shadow. And it's very clear that which one of us is more focused on the task at hand than the other. What's the matter, Dom? Have you become soft just like your baby mama? Have you become a pussy just like Penny has? Have you become the joke that everyone, even your own damn child, you know to be?
You know what? Enough of your shit talking. Get your ass in this ring so I can shatter your face, Robledo.
Yeah, how about that? I was getting hurt or holding you for a big match. But hey, I'll see you at the garden where the best and me will be victorious as your new Universal Champion.
Eli Robledo has become a pompous asshole, but at the same time, you can't really blame him for becoming like this. I mean, Dominic Cato stole his moment, and that's how Eli sees it. He feels as if Dominic robbed him of his moment. And what the hell is Mark Maro doing out here now? Mark Maro trying to get the jump on Dominic Cato, and Dominic is not having it. Dominic beating him like a government mule, beating him like he stole something. And Dominic throwing Mark out of the ring. Now what the hell? Oh, wait a minute, Eli's back in the ring. Taking Dominic out when he wasn't looking. What a cheap shot by the #1 contender to the Universal Championship. Oh, come on now, Eli. Come on now, have some kind of decency. Eli now, oh no, come on. Not like this. Come on, Robledo. Oh, wait a minute. Dominic trying to counter the implant buster. But Eli, oh, what the hell? That was the inheritance.
I'm gonna be with you, and no one is gonna stop me. No one is going to stop me.
You heard Eli right there. He's gonna become the new Universal Champion, and nobody is gonna stop him. Not Dominic Cato, not anybody, in his eyes at least. Look at this.
Yeah,
this arrogant bastard.
So we should
wait a minute.
with him too.
Wait a minute. John Maro, what the hell is he doing out here? John off the top with a flying forearm. Eli Robledo being taken down by John Maro, who has seen just about enough. I've been hearing rumors that John's been trying to get into the BL Mafia. Maybe this is his initiation. John Maro taking out Eli Robledo. And wait a minute, oh come on Mark, that is your damn son, oh my God. Jackknife powerbomb by Mark Maro. This is stupid. This is absolutely that is your child, Mark. Wait a minute. Sonya Cato is out here now. Oh, look, listen to these people in New Jersey. And think of the history between these two. Look at that evil bastard Maro. He and Kira Knight are John Maro's parents, but I don't even think Kira would stoop this low to attack her own offspring. And Sonya does not look the least bit enthused by this bastard. This ugly bastard, Mark Maro. Oh my God! Maro just got misted, and there's the stroke. Sonya Cato just misted Mark Maro and dropped him with the stroke. Sonya Cato dropping Mark Maro, and he's got mist all over his face and his eyes. He's out cold. He can't see. Oh, what the hell? That damn masked woman again, whoever the hell that is, representing the Zero Tolerance Syndicate, just knocked out Sonya Cato. This is the second time this woman has shown up to assault Sonya. Who the hell is this woman? This masked vigilante walking away. You see the grin on her face. I can't make out who she is, but Sonya Cato is out. We need some help out here for Sonya and for John too. And now Dominic sliding back in, coming to the aid of his wife. We need some help out here. Yeah, Dominic calling for medics now. Oh man, Dominic is pissed off and justifiably so. And oh no. Dominic, you may want to turn around. The Bloodline Legacy Mafia chaplain with the V-trigger knee. The V-trigger knee to Dominic Cato. And the number one contender has him dead in his sights. Has him dead to rights with the implant buster. Oh my God. Eli Robledo is making an emphatic statement at the expense of Dominic Cato not being focused. And you see him right there saying again, that title is going to be mine and nobody is going to stop me. Eli Robledo is ready for Salvation Lies Within 2. He is ready for the Universal Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, the question though remains. Is Dominic ready to defend his title, or is his mind truly elsewhere and not fully focused on the task at hand, like Eli Robledo said? We're going to take one more commercial break before our main event, and look at this. Hugging the damn championship like it's his lost child. We're going to go to commercial one more time. Our main event of the evening is up next. Ava Willow and Lorelei Albrecht versus Penny Shaw and Kimiko Bashida. And if Lorelei doesn't get the fall, she's got to retire and get surgery. We will be back.
turn it around. Should I try and be somebody else? Maybe I can go rising from the rubble and find it within myself. This whole world will mock us. They laugh and they bring me down, keep me up at night. They can never understand that the power's in my hand. It's all on us. Even if we're never fast enough, I know tomorrow's coming soon enough. And whether we can do all the impossible, the world keeps on spinning and that's all we got. Even if we give it all love enough, the world will keep on hating, that cannot be stopped. I know that it always seems impossible, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't give it all we got. Now you can't believe that don't mean nothing. Take a breath, grit your teeth, you and I will rise. Now I know the power we've been given. Spread your wings and do this. You are my equal. Dry your tears, we can shout it loud. Cause I got you. We'll fly it through the sky. We'll always fly with you through the darkest nights. We'll hold the fist so high. All of the pain and all of my friends in line till the end. Now we gotta see it through. There's no stopping me and you. Can't wait for them to see us.
You're late, Richie. You know I don't like being kept waiting.
And you know I don't like being spoken to as if I owe you an explanation on my whereabouts thing. Now why the hell did you choose here of all places to meet up? You know I have my match for the United States Championship against Blake Cyrus to worry about.
That's actually why I wanted to meet up with you. About the United States Championship, but more importantly about the BL Mafia. Even you can see it's falling apart at the seams from the top down, and nobody seems to be courageous enough to do anything about it except you. You're the only one in the Mafia who's been truly able to focus on what matters, and that's your goal of becoming US champion. However, you have one problem. How is somebody like you supposed to bring legitimacy to a championship when your track record with championship belts in your career is as dubious as it is?
That's rich coming from somebody who spent his entire career being an oversized lackey for somebody else. Let's have a history lesson, shall we? Jeremiah Ferguson, a man who is still loyal to the BL Mafia, unlike you and Hagen. Then, you became Hagen's lackey for all of what, 5 minutes? And now, You're trying to attach your lips to my ass because you think you can get to where you claim you want to be. I don't need your help, and I don't need you to pathologically kiss my ass. You want to get somewhere in this business? Try to take some time and actually apply yourself. Apply your trade and hone your craft, because clearly you're not as self-reliant as what you portray.
You will keep a civil tongue whilst conversing with me, or I will gladly rip your tongue from your mouth, you insignificant Vito Scaletta ripoff. Ferguson was nothing more than an injury-prone bum who couldn't get his shit together. As far as Hagen goes, he's been off the grid and off his rocker since being divorced from your title-obsessed founder who could give two shits about her own family. I'm my own man, and I do things my way. So what you're going to do, in the best interest of your health, is give me a shot at the United States Championship after you win it from Cyrus at the Garden. In fact, just give me the championship altogether, and you can be my sidekick. Because judging by the look of your puny ass, that'll be all you're good for if you don't run with me.
First of all, let me explain something to you, you overgrown hairy Scottish bastard. Number one, I'm nobody's goddamn sidekick, and I'm for damn sure not going to be yours. And number two, you haven't even earned tag championship matches around here, let alone singles championship matches. So if you think I'm gonna entertain either of those delusional fantasies you're having, then you must be crazy. You're a lower level nobody, Mackenzie, a big for nothing sack of shit who is solely here to fill a spot on the roster and sit in catering, stuffing your face. Maybe you need to go back to Scotland and stick to strongman competitions. Then again, you weren't very good at that neither, considering you couldn't even get a bronze medal.
The next time we're in the same location, you would be wise to run, because I will the champion, be it by will or by force. Do the right thing, Franco Ritchie. Otherwise, you'll be bedridden for the rest of your days whilst breathing air through a respirator. Do you get me?
Oh, I get you, Fang, but get me on this. I run from nothing and nobody, and if you ever make idle and baseless threats to me again, then you'll be handled accordingly.
We will certainly see about that, won't we?
You better have a damn good reason for why you flew off the cuff out there, Eli, and I demand you give it this instant. It's bad enough that I'm going through enough crap with the ZTS and Dr. Stark issues, and now I have to deal with your insubordination and your clear lack of respect for authority. You're lucky I don't fire you right now.
You've been real sneaky and slimy the last few months. Both of you. And as far as Amanda goes, I'll deal with her when I have to. As much as I don't condone what he did to Dominic, though, Eli is right. The fact that you and this Madame Constance woman, who is apparently the head of the council, brought Vergil back to this place after he almost killed it twice under the guise of wanting to help us is the single dumbest thing you have ever done as a chairman or commissioner. However, you, Eli, you crossed the line by disrespecting your superior in the form of Dominic Cato, and you're especially out of line for disrespecting me as the founder of this club.
Oh, I'm out of line? Says the crazy bitch who broke your cousin's leg for the sake of the World Heavyweight Championship.
Did you just tell me you didn't just say that?
You're goddamn right I did. What are you gonna do about it?
Who, me? To you? Nothing. But crazy, huh? Little boy, you haven't even seen psychotic yet, let alone crazy. Understand something right now, Robledo. Everything is on the line for me this night, and if I win here, everything is on the line again at Salvation Lies Within 2. It's all or nothing for me. You have Dominic to worry about at Madison Square Garden, so I suggest you solely focus on that. Because the next time you disrespect me or anybody above you in the BL Mafia, you're gonna wake up dead in a box. And since you want to talk about who's more of a man than who, let's raise the damn stakes. Coming directly from Councilwoman Abramo and Executive Vice President of Talent Relations Emily McCarthy themselves. Eli, if you lose at Salvation Lies Within 2, not only are you and Damon kicked out of the BL Mafia, and not only will you and Emily's wedding be canceled, but both you and Damon will immediately be fired on the spot. Now I have a match to go fight in, so both of you, do the safest favor possible for yourselves and leave this building right now. Because I refuse to guarantee your safety if you choose not to. There are no strings on me.
Get your ass to New York now. Make sure you win and preserve our jobs. Because if you don't, then time will certainly not be on your side.
It's already not on yours, you old bastard.
That may possibly be one of the biggest announcements I have ever heard in the history of Ring of Valiance Wrestling. If Eli Robledo loses at Salvation Lies Within 2 to Dominic Cato, by order of Artemis Abramo and Emily McCarthy themselves, Damon and Eli are kicked out of the Mafia, Emily and Eli's wedding is canceled, and Eli and Damon will both be fired. You want to talk about raising the stakes? Lorelei just did exactly that right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event of ROVW Webisode 20 is a tag team match set for one fall, where if Lorelei Albrecht does not get the victory, she must retire. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Phoebe Abramo, from Gary, Indiana, by way of Frankfurt, Germany, weighing 160 pounds. She is the founder of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, Lorelei Albrecht.
You want to talk about divinely high stakes? Good Lord. You want to talk about divinely high stakes? Again, like I just said, Eli Robledo has a lot to fight for, more so now than he did before at Salvation Lies Within 2. But here tonight, this could very well be Lorelei Albrecht's final match in Ring of Valiance Wrestling. Not just that, but her final match ever in her career. 6 years ago at Buckle Up, admittedly, she was gifted the World Heavyweight Championship by her younger sister Alessia, who was in Power at that time. ended up having to surrender it due to maternal reasons, and has been hell-bent on winning back the world championship she never lost ever since has Lorelei. And if there were ever a perfect partner to help her remain in the main event of Salvation Lies Within 2, this woman right here, the Norwich Nightmare, Ava Willow, is the woman to do it.
Introducing her tag team partner from Norwich, England, weighing 250 pounds. She is a Bloodline Legacy Mafia prospect, the Norwich Nightmare, Ava Willow.
A few months ago, Olga Markowski had tried to warn Ava Willow about the dangerousness of the Satos and the Zero Tolerance Syndicate as a whole. All Ava has wanted to do was help her friend, help her mentor, Olga Markowski, who has taken her on this weight loss journey for the last couple of years. She wanted to help her deal with the problem. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of agree with Olga on this, considering the dangerous nature of Aimi and Hansuke Sato. But at the same time, Olga knows better than to try to deal with problems on her own, especially considering the club she's a part of. But this could be the reason why Lorelei is out of the main event of Salvation Lies Within 2. With that injured knee of hers, it's hanging on by a thread, if there's any thread at all. And speaking of hanging on by a thread, this woman making her way to the ring, the new World Heavyweight Champion, could be psychologically hanging on by a thread. And I'll explain why momentarily. Look at the intensity in Penny's eyes.
Their opponents first, from Harlem, New York, weighing 187 pounds. She is the Ring of Valiance Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, the cybernetic hothead, Penny Shaw.
If you all are wondering why Penny Shaw is being announced as the World Heavyweight Champion of Ring of Valiance Wrestling, but is not entering the arena with her World Heavyweight Championship, the answer is simple as this. At CDN Showcase 5, when she defeated her daughter Leona for the World Heavyweight Championship, that crazy psychotic wench, Alessia Marcano, decided to attack Penny Shaw and take the world title from her after dropping Tarina McCarthy with a brainbuster on the damn floor. Tarina has since been dealing with a lot of nerve damage in her neck. Luckily, I'm being told that she is going to be there at Salvation Lies Within 2. However, she's going to be doing the ring announcing for Night 1. The fact that Alessia would stoop so low as to betray her friend and steal her world championship mere moments after winning it is ridiculous. Penny has been laser focused though ever since. And here comes her partner, Kimiko Bushida.
Her tag team partner being accompanied to the ring by Aimi Sato, representing the Zero Tolerance Syndicate from Kyoto, Japan, weighing 146 pounds. Kimiko Bushida.
You see, the last time Kimiko Bushida, the last notable time she was in the ring, I believe, was on Live Event 29 in that Joshi Cell death match against Himari Sato, in which Himari Sato got her left shoulder broken, as well as suffering an injury that caused bone chips in her elbow. Himari has been healing for the better part of a year from it, and ever since she made her return at CDN Showcase 5 against Mercedes Hawkins, she has made it abundantly clear who her target is, and that's not just her mother right there who is managing Kimiko and Penny here tonight, but Kimiko herself. to the point where, here's referee Geneva Robinson ringing the bell. This main event is underway. It's to the point with Kimiko and Himari that they're going to be going at it on the inaugural episode of Lioness Joshi Pro here on the Carpe Diem Network for the Lioness Joshi Pro Championship. But these two women right here, who have been around each other since the very first Salvation Lies Within nearly 8 years ago, the history between these two women is long-standing and extensive, to say the least. Are you ready for the main event? Here we go. Lorelei went for a roundhouse kick. Penny ducked, and now Lorelei with these rapid-fire strikes. Nice kick to the gut. What the hell? Oh, okay. That damn elbow. Please don't do that. That is not for you. Penny now going for the stretch muffler on that injured knee. But Ava Willow coming in to stop it, and there's Kimiko right there to stop Ava. And now Kimiko running away from her. Oh my god, you could see the rage in Ava's eyes. Ava wants a piece of Kimiko's rear end. But now Penny back on the offensive here. And now Kimiko back in. This is Kimiko's first interaction with Lorelei in an in-ring capacity with a kick right to the face. She didn't get all of it, but got enough. Kimiko Bushida is well known for her striking prowess, but is very, very efficient in her submission game too. One has to wonder, as Geneva Robinson, our referee, counts two, but Lorelei kicks out. Remember, Artemis Abramo said if Kimiko gets the pinfall victory, she takes Lorelei's place in the main event of Salvation Lies Within 2, and the same can be said for Ava. However, if Penny gets the pinfall on Lorelei or Ava, then Lorelei is out of the main event, period. Has to retire and get knee surgery. It becomes a triple threat for the world title between Alessia Harper and Penny, and what's more, Lorelei will be forced to go back to the Frankfurt Mental Asylum. And look at this, look at the power of Kimiko Bushida, dropping Lorelei on her head with that German suplex. And now she's telling her to get up and bring it on. Kimiko wants more. Oh, went for the knee. Lorelei backstepping there. Look at this, dropping Kimiko to the ground. Okay, I'll allow it this once. The ball and yawl elbow by Lorelei Albrecht. She learned that from her uncle, Purple Pimpin' Clifford. You know, Purple Pimpin' Clifford actually has a nice sense of style. I really have to wonder where he gets his suits from. Oh man, what a double backdrop by Ava and Lorelei, and now Ava's finally getting some of Kimiko here. She's been wanting Kimiko in the ring for months, and now Kimiko can't run whatsoever. These teams are pretty much evenly matched. It's power and speed versus power and speed. But Ava, like a damn torpedo off the top turnbuckle, taking down Kimiko, and look at the power. Look at this. Gut-wrench suplex by the Norwich Nightmare, and a knee right to the side of the head. Ava Willow has been around for a lot of years here in Ring of Valiance as well. One of her first matches here on this show, back when she weighed about, I believe, 300 pounds, somehow, by some divine miracle, she pulled off a second turnbuckle 630 senton to put an opponent away. Belly-to-belly suplex. So she can pull athletic moves off like that at 300 pounds. Boy, oh boy, with this weight loss journey she's been on, one has to wonder what other tricks Ava is going to pull out of her bag. Oh, what a belly-to-belly again. You saw moments ago Penny wanted to tag in. She wanted Kimiko to pick up the pace, and she breaks up the pinfall. I don't necessarily, well, I kind of understand why Penny wanted to do that. Because if there's anybody on this roster more powerful than she is, cybernetic enhancements or not, it is Ava Willow. From Norwich, England, 6'2", 250 pounds of brutality and force. Nice snapmare there. Oh, what a roundhouse kick, a stiff roundhouse kick right to the face of Kimiko Bushida. And Kimiko getting suplexed again. Olga Markowski was sent home on the last live event by the vice president, or the co-vice president. Nice slam there by Ava. Cover, 2 and no. Olga was sent home by Yana and was told to not show up until Salvation lies within 2. Let Ava handle this problem, and oh my God, look at the power of Penny. Oh, wait a minute. That's 200 plus pounds on her shoulders, but Ava gets out of it. And Ava not gonna have any of Penny's mess. What the hell is she thinking? She's got them both stacked up in the corner here. Oh man, this is not gonna be good. Oh, what the hell? Oh my God. Ava Willow's got them both up. That is 320 pounds easily on her shoulders, a double Samoan drop. Ava Willow has deleted Kimiko Bushida and the World Heavyweight Champion, Penny Shaw. But Ava, as she said earlier, she knows the mission, she knows the objective, and she's going to follow it to the letter. All for the sake of Lorelei getting her main event match. Sacrificing for the greater good. Ava with a huge senton. Cover, referee Robinson counting 2. And remember, a few years ago, Ava Willow was actually entrenched in a feud with our announcer here, Sydney Maxwell. Ava Willow now has Kimiko right in her sights. Lorelei back in. Remember, Lorelei has that injured left knee, and that's been an injury that's been nagging her for half a decade almost. Over half a decade, I should say. Between Revival 6 years ago, and now, she's been doing everything she can to get that knee under control and in a good place, but Artemis Abramo made it clear that Lorelei's physical health with her legs isn't what it used to be. Lorelei now targeting the arms, and Lorelei going at Penny, mocking her now, telling her to bring her ass back in the ring. And oh man, now Lorelei just talking trash to Penny. She can't let go of the objective here. She can't lose focus. Kimiko Bushida. Oh man. Big kick to the gut. Ava now back in the ring. You see Phoebe Abramo and Aimee Sato on the outside. And Penny zooming across the ring to break up the fall. Out of the ring she goes, courtesy of Lorelei. And this matchup is breaking down. And you see Phoebe directing traffic out there. Penny and Lorelei fighting. And now Ava and Kimiko on the outside. Look at the power here. Scoop slam. Back driven right into the apron. And now Ava Willow taking it to Kimiko Bushida. You really have to wonder what other strategies can the Zero Tolerance Syndicate utilize here to subdue Ava Willow. Oh, wait a minute. Aimee Sato trying to attack Ava Willow, and she just made a huge mistake, and now she's running. Get her, Ava. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! Phoebe Abramo with a devastating spear, taking out the queen of the ZTS, Aimee Sato. Talk about getting caught between a rock and a hard place. You just saw it firsthand right here in the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Ava Willow and Phoebe Abramo cornering Aimee Sato, and now Aimee's being hauled out of here. Ava now getting back in the ring, but she gets caught right there with what Kimiko likes to call, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but she likes to call that the bronze kneecap of all things. And look at this. Now she's gonna go for it again, bronze kneecap. This is stupid. Cover 2, and Lorelei right there to make the save. Lorelei Albrecht right there to make the save. Penny was trying to play keep away, but it didn't matter. Referee Geneva Robinson trying to restore some kind of order and balance in this match. Ava struggling to get up. Kimiko looking for the bronze kneecap again and gets caught with the Willow's Way super kick. What the hell? Penny with a leg drop off the top, taking Ava down, and Lorelei with a spear of her own. Lorelei with a spear, perhaps taking a shot at Alessia, went for the bronze kneecap again, did Kimiko, and now Ava has her up. The Norwich Hammer. Norwich Hammer by Ava Willow. This is it. Lorelei is going to get her moment. Lorelei Albrecht is going to get her moment here. And now, wait a minute, where the hell is Ava going? Lorelei doing the spider walk. But where the hell is Ava going? Oh, Penny was on the apron. Ava had to take her down, and now she's holding her back from trying to save Kimiko. Look at this. It's done. The padded room. The padded room by Lorelei Albrecht. Referee Robinson counts to 3. This one is in the books. Lorelei has one more chance at immortality, baby. What a main event! But the road to salvation lies within 2.
Here
is still ongoing.
Winners, Ava Willow and Lorelei Albrecht.
There was so much to unpack in that match. I cannot believe all of what we have seen in this main event. Ava Willow dropping Kimiko Bushida with the Norwich Hammer, and then it got followed up by the most devastating and impactful padded room flatliner I have ever seen in this company's history. Newark, New Jersey, on their feet for Lorelei Albrecht. On their feet for the BL Mafia, who stood on and took care of business here tonight. Kimiko dropping Ava with the bronze kneecap as she re-entered the ring. Kimiko was starting to get extremely frustrated, so she tried to double up and got her with another bronze kneecap, but Ava would not stay down, and Lorelei was right there to make the save. Lorelei knew what she had to do. And right there, you could see the vicious look in Kimiko's eyes. Take nothing away from Kimiko. She wrestled her ass off here tonight. Penny wrestled her ass off for the time she was in the ring as well, but watch this. Went for another bronze kneecap and got caught with the Willow's Way, followed by a Penny Shaw leg drop off the top turnbuckle, and then this. Lorelei using Alessia Marcano's hollow point spear to take Penny out. Lorelei almost got caught with the bronze kneecap, and then Ava picking Kimiko up and dropping her flat on her face with the Norwich Hammer. And right there, she made the tag to the founder. The objective was complete from then on. Lorelei got into position, proceeded to do the spider walk. Ava took Penny out of play, and Lorelei secured her spot in the main event of Salvation Lies Within 2. But you best believe the world champion, the thieving klepto Alessia Marcano, and the former world champion, former Miss Money in the Bank, Harper Walton, were all watching. You gotta believe Penny's mind is all over the place after her title was stolen by her supposed friend. But nevertheless, Lorelei has secured her spot in Night 2 of SLW2's main event. I've been Spencer Wade. Good night, everybody, from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey.
Petrichor on the floor of your mind. I'm sorry for this pain I caused, the rain I left behind. Petrichor, we're left paralyzed. The battlefield of vortex, we're shattered from the fight. I've got an ache in my heart, can't fix this hole in my head. Didn't think we could restart, maybe we're better off dead.
Petrichor. The scent of the earth after it's been split open by rain. A scent that's ancient. A scent of life clawing back from death, even if it's only for a moment. That scent, that smell, is the soul of birth masked in decay. It is something beautiful born of something violent. That is what I am. That is what I've become. And what better place to embody it than here, in the belly of a broken home. Harper Walton. Oh, Harper, 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 I know you're watching, sulking, pressing ice to that jaw I cracked a while back, pressing ice to that pretty little nose of yours. Sweetheart, I didn't beat you on my own. I outgrew you. Penny handed me the moment, and I took it. And when she won what should have been mine all along, I took that too. Because it's just business, Pen. Or did you think our friendship was forged in divine fire? No. It was carved from ambition. Cold, sharp, and it cuts both ways. Lorelei. My beautiful older sister. The angel turned coward. The champion turned absentee. Winner of the uncivil gauntlet. A name whispered in reverence by fools who don't know what you really are. You traded blood for belts, glory over family, and now Fern may never walk again because of your selfish spiral. She was your cousin, our cousin! She looked up to you. She idolized you. And you snapped her leg like brittle glass in winter. Was it worth it, Lorelei? Was it worth all this? Because right here in front of me, your mother Frida lies, face up, on her back, out cold, courtesy of the daughter you chose to forget. I told her, I warned her, not to leave that door unlocked, not to look at me with those eyes that saw you when they should have seen me. But Frida, just like you, is hard-headed. And now, she knows what neglect looks like when it wears my face. But let's speak of Divinity, shall we? Full, true, eternal Divinity. See, Divinity isn't wings and miracles and golden rays. It's sacrifice. It's cold fingers clawing through pain, through betrayal, through the stench of false prophets and dying queens. Divinity is earned in fire and blood. And you, Lorelei, stand on a crucible of failure. You've limped for years on that shredded knee. We've all seen it. You've hidden it like a dirty little secret, but the ring knows. Your body knows. The people know. And salvation lies within too. You're on borrowed time because if you lose, that's it. Surgery. Retirement. Curtains for the great Albrecht legacy. Fitting, isn't it? That your final act might be a failure you can't run from. And I'll be there, watching, waiting, but most importantly, I'll be there as the woman responsible for it. Because I will do whatever it takes to achieve true divinity. Whether that's dropping Tarina on her head, breaking Harper's stupid fucking face, stealing my world championship back that I shouldn't have been stripped of from my so-called best friend Penny, or even resorting to bludgeoning my half-sister's mother half to death. All just to teach you why you don't neglect yourself or your family. I am Alessia Marcano, and I will stop at nothing and nobody. Nothing and nobody in order to set the world on fire. In order to become the final World Heavyweight Champion of Ring of Valiance Wrestling Rebel Absent Cause era. The race is over, ladies. It's time for war. A war which the wounded crow will prevail. And my adversaries fail.
Hurry up, you two. Let's get this done. We're putting an end to this bitch for good after incipients.
Honestly, Mama, I truly cannot understand why you hold such a hatred for Alessia all these years later. Personally, anytime any woman came near Papa, you would consider them to be of a slutty nature. Let me ask you this. If I wasn't your daughter and spoke to Papa about business, would you consider me a slut too? If you ask me, maybe it's you who needs to let go of the past like you kept wanting Papa to do. Oh, wait. That's right. We all know how that turned out.
Emma's right, Mama. You not only couldn't let go of your past, but you're trying to forcibly kill Papa's past by having us rig this car with C4. And for what? Tell me, what do you get out of all of this? What do you gain? Matter of fact, what do we, as your eldest children, gain from this? Not a damn thing except a broken home from the looks of it. And after everything Papa did to save this place, after everything Papa did to save you, shame on you, Mama.
First of all, let's get one thing made abundantly clear. I am your mother, and you are to respect me, period. My decisions are mine, and mine alone. Who I am with is none of your business. Secondly, don't you dare ever question my methods again. This is what's necessary for this place to move forward. That bitch has to go. Now, Maverick, honey, rig the goddamn car with the C4, or I am putting my foot so far up your ass, you'll have toes for teeth.
You changed, Mama. You really have. I don't know what stranglehold Vergil has on you, but I do hope you know what it's done to Papa on top of everything else.
And not only that, but you promised him that you wouldn't do what Alessia did, and yet here we are. You planning to kill the woman because of your undying envy of the fact that despite what she did, she's changed for the better in his regard. She wants to save this place just like Papa does. Yet you shack up with the one man who almost killed this place not only once, but twice. Twice, Mama! You clearly let this power, on top of the refusal to let go of your past, that you have go to your head so much that I don't even think that Papa actually wanting to find a way to give himself an aggressive form of cancer is going to be enough for your clouded judgment having ass to understand.
You know what the saddest part is of all of this? Is that he left that other place because he knew he didn't belong there. And now the fact that he's wanting to leave this place because of a promise he made to you? Tell me something, Amanda. Aren't you the one who got sick and tired of him breaking promises to you? What gives you the right to demand that he break this one, huh? Who the hell do you think you are to demand that of him?
How dare you two take this tone with me after everything I've done to provide a stable environment for you?
A stable environment. A stable environment. Really? You call what's happening around here stable? You call Papa being willing to do whatever he has to in order to give himself an aggressive form of cancer and be at peace with that shit because he feels as if he has no place in this world anymore stable? You call bringing back who almost killed this place twice, what almost killed you, stable? You call wanting to sign the man to CNW who cost this place its reputation for his own selfish wants and needs stable? You know jack shit about stability, Mama. Especially when it comes to this place.
Maverick is sick of this running diatribe of crap, Mama. I'm not gonna lie, I am too. You chose vanity over Valiance. And while we're not discrediting any of Papa's sins, don't you dare think for 1 second that we're supporting yours. I mean, for the love of God, in your darkest hour, he was there holding you up, putting you on a damn pedestal, worship the ground you walked on, and now, to him, you've become something that not even Maverick or I can recognize. What the hell happened to you? Why couldn't you do what you wanted from Papa? Can you explain that to us?
Enough! You two have clearly crossed the line, and I have done everything I can to get you to see that this is what's best. But you know what? You're stubborn little shits just like your father, and it's a damn fucking shame. You two will show up to the garden for Salvation Lies Within, and you will speak no more of this situation. The car is rigged and set to blow 6 weeks after incipients. So you better make sure that this goes how it's supposed to, because if it doesn't, that's both of your asses.
She ain't never gonna understand the severity of this, is she, Em?
Forget it. She's too far gone, Mav. The stranglehold's got her. As of now, she's a lost cause.
I guess the plan is in full swing then. Good thing Papa planned this ahead of time. Now Mama's gonna truly see how difficult this is gonna get. She's gonna have to walk alone and see for herself.
That's why you're the terrible two. Excellent work, both of you. Maverick, tell Yana I owe her 10 G's for the C4.
We do have to consider something though, Papa. What happens if this doesn't work? Then again, what happens when it works too well?
That's a problem for your mom to solve. This isn't my problem anymore. I'm through with trying to save who refuses to save what made her who she is. What made her what she wouldn't be without me. I'm getting out of the fire, kids. It's that simple.
Then we're coming with you. All of us. This place isn't safe under this condition, Papa. Not for you, not for us, not even for the roster. But I don't even think they want to see it.
And if they don't want to see it now, fine. They'll just be classified as just as much of a lost cause as Mama is. I saw it in her eyes when we fought Alessia. I want to have faith that she'll regain sense, but...
Give it up, Em. What's done is done. Mama's made her bed, she's gonna have to lie in it. She chooses to do this to herself. To us. And now, without lifting a finger, there's only one thing we can let this place do to her with the plan in full motion.
And what might that be, Harper? You're the main eventer here.
Crush. Kill. Destroy.
Crush. Kill. Destroy.
Crush. Kill. Destroy.
Crush. Kill. Destroy.
Crush, kill, destroy, 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 destroy. Crush, kill, destroy, 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 destroy.